Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is April 6, 2024, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation. As we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's just jump right on in here on this quarterly chart. We just the first week into the new quarter. We are already looking a little red, but that's okay. We are at an R1. Yearly R1 here on these yearly pivots on this quarterly chart. So you kind of expect a little bit of a pullback. It's at a resistance point in the market. It's also at the beginning of a quarter. Are they loading up? You know what's going on at this time. But it's at a resistance 1. So no big surprise here. But let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there. And on the monthly chart, again, we're still in the beginning of the quarter. This is the first few weeks of the course. It's going to be matching up with what we see on the quarter chart. We are looking red, but we are still above the 9-moving average, 10-moving average, whatever you want. We have come down to pivot. Here we went a little bit below pivot and back above pivot. Let me zoom in a little bit here, where you can really see what's happening here. We are slightly below pivot. These are quarterly pivots. To see if we're going to actually do a bounce here, or will we end up going lower. We have plenty of room to go down and still be, in the way I look at it as a technical trader, still being bullish. It will just be making a nice pullback, just like it did back over here before. You don't like seeing it go down below here, then come back up, but you get that pullback and then back up. And then once you do see that confirmation of a bearish looking pattern, you know it's time for you to get out, and then you need to wait until it gets back above here and all. If you want to go long, if you want to go short, you can take a chance. Me, it's time just for vacation, do something different and all. But this is what I see here right now. We are getting a little bit of a bearish pattern on a high time frame, on a monthly time frame. So be careful, be careful, be careful. All right, let's go down to a weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, this is a fairly big candle for the Dow. You know, this red candle going to the downside. It busts below pivot. This is one of the things they talk about, you know, this commitment through a pivot and going to the next pivot. But it ended up closing just above a support 1 level. Zoom in here a little bit where you can see that. And all these are monthly pivots here. So closing right there, it's kind of like it's okay. We got to kind of like see what's going to happen, you know, next week and all. And see if this, because we're going to be below pivot. The question is this support 1 going to act as support, or will we end up dropping down here to a support 2 level? If we end up dropping down here to a support 2 level, then we'll be getting kind of confirmation of any kind of pattern that you think you want to see here. If you want to say this is engulfing this, I'm not sure if that's engulfing that. If you want to say this is some type of piercing pattern, if you want to say this is some kind of evening star, we will be looking for that confirmation down to the downside. If for the bear guys that are out there who want to play this thing to the downside, you know, they will be able to. This would be my first target to the downside and all. But we would have to wait and see. No trade recommendation there. It's just a view of what I kind of think could happen, but don't know. Again, me as a bullish trader, I'll be looking for this thing to open up a little bit higher, actually gap up a little bit, and then go back up to pivot, and then fight around this area before going higher and breaking, making all-time highs again. So I have to talk about it both directions. But we've got a lot of red this past week here on the Dow. Let me go ahead on this daily chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. We did have a double top in the market. You can see some of us can call this a double top. I was seeing this big morning star in the wrong location. Then we got an evening star here in the right location, and we got commitment to the downside. Commitment to the downside, you know, and then this market ended up not making a lower low on Friday, but it didn't make a higher high either. So this will be a bullish harami since it's an inside candle and all, and we have to see, but it's a long ways, the way I like looking at the market, to see if we get a confirmation of this bullish pattern that we're actually seeing here. So doesn't really look that great for the bulls, because that's a long ways to go. It's all according how you would want to play this, what strategies you would play around something that looks like this, you know. But that's all based on your trading plans and your trading strategies, what you would want to do with something that looks like what we're seeing here on this daily chart and what we see on the larger time frames. And that's about it. That's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys having a great weekend. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.